The bride, who graduated from a well-known music college and looked down on me because I only graduated from high school, forced me to play the piano at my brother's wedding. I had never mentioned that I could play, so I knew she was trying to trick me. Then she leaned over and whispered something surprising in my ear. "Honestly, I have a real boyfriend besides Jack," she said with a smile as I trembled in front of the piano. I knew that smile wouldn't last long. "My name is Alina Johnson. I'm 32, single, and work at a wedding hall. It's just my brother and me in the family. Our parents divorced when I was in high school, and later our mother died in an accident. We lost touch with our father, who never supported us, so we had to take care of ourselves. I didn't go to college. I started working right after high school to support both of us. My younger brother Jack, who is 3 years younger than me, is smart and hardworking. He got a full scholarship, finished university, and now works at a famous company. I'm very proud of him, especially because he was about to get married. Jack told me that his fiancée was the daughter of a company executive. Pretty, nice, and family-oriented. She had graduated from a prestigious music school and already gave private piano lessons. She seemed perfect. One holiday, our families met for the first time. The bride, Grace Miller, was even more beautiful and friendly in person than in her photos. She came over to ask for advice. "I heard you work at a wedding hall. Could we have our wedding there?" she asked. "Of course, we'd be happy to help," I replied, glad to support my brother's big day. Her parents smiled and proudly told stories about Grace's piano awards and competitions. But when her father mentioned that there was a girl who often beat her in competitions, Grace quickly changed the subject. After about an hour, I left to take a work call and saw Grace coming back from the restroom. I thanked her for the nice day. "I appreciate everything you did for us today. It was wonderful," I said. But then Grace said something odd. "Attending today's meeting is a high school graduate," she commented. Before I could say anything, she rushed back to the room. I was confused and didn't know what was happening. After my call, I sat back down, still puzzled. Strangely, Grace was friendly again. "Would you like something to drink?" she asked, handing me a drink menu. I thought I must have misheard her and decided not to worry about it. I kept the incident to myself. Later, when Grace and I met alone to plan the wedding, she constantly looked down on me. "You don't look like Jack, who is very attractive," she would say each time we met, implying that I was unattractive. Grace also made fun of my high school education and my status as an unmarried woman. "If you can help others get married, why don't you fix yourself first?" she sneered. "Oh, but you only graduated high school, so you're not very smart and you lack good manners because you were raised by a single mother. I doubt you'll ever find a partner," she boasted. "Besides, I always won piano competitions. I'm not like you who finished high school and then started working," Grace continued. Her constant insults wore me down. Even though she was supposed to be my brother's bride, I couldn't like her. But Jack had chosen her, and their relationship seemed fine. I decided to keep Grace's true nature a secret from Jack, thinking only I had to suffer her cruelty. Months passed, and finally the wedding day arrived. Grace, as the daughter of an executive, brought many company employees with her. We made special arrangements for them as VIP guests. Even though I could have taken the day off, as Jack's sister, I wanted to be a part of his big day, even if it meant working behind the scenes. So I stayed on as a staff member right until before the ceremony started. Just minutes before the wedding, two of Grace's friends came into the dressing room. While I was fixing my makeup, I wanted to say hello, but they were deep in conversation, so I kept quiet and continued getting ready. Suddenly, I overheard their conversation. "Hey, did you know Grace is seeing another guy?" one friend said. "Yeah," the other replied. "I heard he works at a nightclub." "She said she was getting married today just to look good," the first friend added. "If that's true, I feel sorry for the groom who doesn't know anything," the other friend said. I was shocked and panicked. I wanted to stop the wedding immediately, but I couldn't cancel it without proof. Soon the wedding ceremony started and I felt totally lost. While the guests were being entertained, Grace's friends, who were all music college graduates, played beautiful pieces on their instruments. Then Grace grabbed the microphone and announced, "Now my sister-in-law will play a piano piece." All eyes turned to me. I panicked because Grace never told me I would play the piano. I had never mentioned that I could play. This wasn't planned at all. Grace was supposed to play the piano later. The staff hurriedly brought the piano as I stood there. too surprised to move. Grace came up to me at the family table and roughly grabbed my arm. "Come this way," she ordered, pulling me toward the piano. "Hey, you didn't tell me about this," I whispered, trying to stay calm as everyone watched. Close to my ear, Grace said harshly, "I get angry when I see you. I just want to irritate you. Is that why you treat me like this?" I asked, "What do you mean?" "Yes, that's it," she replied with a mean smile. "The ceremony will be ruined if you don't play. What do you think will happen if I cry in front of my father?" "The marriage will be canceled and Jack might even lose his job," I answered. "Do you really want your dear brother to lose his job? And how can I be happy with a boring man like him?" she snapped. "To be honest, I have another boyfriend. I only married him because my parents were so annoying," Grace said. This confirmed what I had overheard in the bathroom. While I was still shocked, the piano was finally set up. "Let's see what you've got," she taunted as she pushed me to sit at the piano. I started trembling and could barely breathe. Maybe it's too hard for someone who only finished high school. "Have you ever even touched a piano?" she mocked as the audience grew louder. A staff member noticed I was upset and asked, "Are you okay?" "Play the piano if you're Jack's sister," Grace said with a satisfied smile. "Oh, I guess I was wrong," she added sarcastically. Then my brother spoke up, "Don't you know my sister?" I began to play the piano. I played "Dream of Love," a song commonly played at weddings. The noisy crowd quieted down as the piano filled the room with music. When I finished, everyone clapped loudly. My colleagues, who didn't know I could play so well, even cried. Meanwhile, Grace's face turned red, and she looked very frustrated. "You were trembling so much earlier. How did you play so well?" she demanded. "I didn't tell you, but I studied at a music college overseas," I replied. Grace looked shocked when I mentioned the college. "I was trembling because I was nervous," I added, smiling. "I was just excited to play the piano after so long." Grace stepped back. "That is the college I wanted to go to but couldn't. How did someone from a single mother family like you get in?" she snapped. "I started piano lessons when I was little, and I had people supporting me. But when my mother died, I had to quit music school to help my brother with his schooling. I never told you I could play because I didn't want to outshine you. It seems Jack never mentioned it either," I explained. Determined to beat me, Grace refused to accept my explanation. Then one of Grace's friends recognized me. "Is she Alina Garcia?" the friend asked. "Oh, if that's true, she's so amazing that none of us can compete," the friend said, recalling how well I played during our time at music college. Alina Garcia was known as a brilliant pianist. Hearing the last name Garcia, Grace looked at me in disbelief. "Are you Alina Garcia, the one who won all the awards at competitions?" she asked. "I might not have won every award, but I did win many of them," I replied. "Yes, that's right. I was always placed right in front of you in every competition," I added. "I used to be known as Alina Garcia before my parents divorced," I confessed, leaving Grace stunned. The master of ceremonies, MC, came over and said, "That was a wonderful performance. Would you like to say a few words?" Seeing a chance to reveal the truth about Grace, I took a deep breath and spoke into the microphone. "Please listen, everyone. Grace is having an affair." Everyone gasped. Grace's parents were silent, shocked. "No, that's not true. She's just lying," Grace tried to say, but I quickly played a recording from my phone. The recording said, "To be honest, I have another boyfriend. I only marry him because my parents were too annoying." Everyone could hear her voice, and her deceit was exposed. Grace's face turned pale as the truth came out. "How dare you, disgraceful girl!" her father yelled, and chaos broke out. "I'm sorry, Papa. I'm sorry," Grace cried. "I'll never forgive you." "You are no longer my daughter," her father declared, and soon Jack said angrily, "Grace, how could you deceive me? I'm not marrying you." "Please apologize to my sister too," Jack demanded, pushing her away. "Grace, you look so desperate. Please forgive me. Everyone, please forgive me," she pleaded, still only caring about herself. "You've been insulting me for a long time, and now you expect forgiveness? You have taken too much for granted," I said coldly. Grace burst into tears. "How will I ever live if Papa and Jack leave me?" she cried, saying that the man she was involved with was a spin doctor and she couldn't survive on his money alone. I don't care about your life. I won't forgive you, I replied firmly. Finally, Grace bowed her head, saying, I apologize for everything. I'm sorry, with tears streaming down her face. Her makeup was ruined and she looked pitiful. Remembering all she had done to me, I couldn't forgive her. I have no feelings for you. You insulted me for being a high school graduate and hurt my dear brother's feelings. Don't show your face around us again, I said. Grace broke down in tears and was taken out of the hall by her relatives. Her parents then apologized to the guests, and the wedding was suddenly canceled. After everyone left, my brother and I talked. I'm really sorry, sis, if I made you feel bad by falling for her, Jack said. I'm okay. Will you be alright? I asked, worried. I need to sort out my feelings, but I'll be fine soon, he promised. I believed him and decided to watch over him quietly. Later, Jack and Grace officially broke off their engagement. Jack received compensation, and Grace's parents cut her off. She was thrown out of the house. Although Grace had managed her piano lessons before with help, that was over. She started working part-time, but with few skills, she struggled. The man she was dating left her as soon as he realized she had no money. Jack, however, worked even harder and soon got promoted. He was very happy his efforts paid off. As for me, I have been asked to play the piano at more and more weddings, and my life is now busy. I hope my piano performances can bring joy to many people.